And joining in studio is my first guest, Mr. Sterling Scott. He is the CEO of GrowLife Incorporated. PHOT is their stock symbol. Sterling, good to see you again.
Thanks for having us back.
Now, the company, we kind of covered your company last month. I know we're picking the ball up on that now. Your company is taking advantage of what has basically become a relaxation of laws and attitudes towards medical and recreational marijuana. Why don't you give us a general overview of the company?
Sure. GrowLife Inc. is a pure play in the exciting, growing medical marijuana industry, focused in the U.S. We are a fully reporting public company, listed in one of the highest tiers of the over-the-counter market, and our securities trade under the ticker PHOT. Our core business, Don, is the medical marijuana industry. We make no bones about it, and we participate to the extent possible in the kinds of things that a public company that is fully reporting can do in this industry, and they are many and varied. We see potentially our core business expanding later in the year, as you've alluded to in our conversations. While that market may have been medical marijuana with the actions in Washington and Colorado, it may later in this year, as those laws come into play, start to include recreational use of marijuana.
Well, we're seeing kind of a renaissance in that industry right now. It's almost like the getting rid of prohibition in alcohol, 80, 90 years ago. Because as you mentioned, the state of Washington, the state of Colorado have basically legalized recreational use. In California, medical use has been legal for some time, as in other states. Other states have decriminalized the possession of that. So we've seen a lot of things happen, especially in 2012. Let's look forward to 2013. What kind of things can we expect from the company going forward?
GrowLife and the industry in general, because I think your question speaks to both. 2013 is expansion and growth. Mm-hmm. If you have your boots on the ground in any part of our industry, those are the words that you're going to hear, and and those sorts of grassroots and entrepreneurial and in our case larger public companies are starting to occupy, all of them, the space. Part of what's happened is that the negative stigma that has been associated with marijuana for many years is fading. Mm-hmm. And that allows a broader participation. I mean, for God's sake, you can only have so many grandmothers involved in using marijuana for medicinal purposes in the face of that stigma.
Sure.
And all of it is very positive for GrowLife and its business, and I think for the industry overall.
Well, of course, we've heard of many uses medicinally for marijuana, glaucoma patients, cancer patients undergoing chemotherapy. Now, I noticed a press release here recently from the company. You've entered into a strategic alliance with respect to the actual devices that are used to grow marijuana. Tell us about that. Well,
I'm glad you asked about that. We did recently issue a press release related to our MediGrow units. I'm very proud of the way our company is expanding. We're aggressive in 2012 and made several acquisitions, but at the same time, and that's a viable path for growth for us in the future, but at the same time, we're quite aggressively, organically growing parts of our business. Now, Mediboc, the MediGrow chambers, is in fact, one of those organic developments that, key talented people in the company and those that we associate it with closely have developed some quite unique technology that when combined and packaged, creates what I think is the first viable production system to grow organic, medical grade cannabis on, on a scale in our components, and it's readily scalable. We are particularly proud of the MetaGrow units because they actually use 2 or 3 different technologies that the company is also separately marketing as products. That includes our Stealth Grow SG LEDs, and it includes our SG sensors, which is a line of remote control and automation equipment intended specifically for grow rooms. That is, it's almost like the Jetsons. The capability that that growers will have in the palm of their hand with a tablet or a phone to be able to control 30 different functions.
Amazing.
To either monitor them or control them is something we're also very proud of. But we combine a lot of that technology into the MetaGrow system.
Once again, the company is GrowLife Incorporated. Their stock symbol's PHOT. Sterling, as I mentioned, we've initiated coverage of the company. We'll be following you very closely over the next couple of months. Looking forward to really digging into the story during that period of time. Hope you can come back real soon.
Thank you so much, Don.